Welcome to Food Travelers. In this episode, we are going to the Oceano, located at the Peppermill Resort Casino over in Reno. It's a sushi slash kind of a Japanese restaurant. A lot of sushi, but it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. Something I was really excited to try, and I actually wasn't disappointed after we actually came here and ate here.
Yeah, definitely, Simon. So going over the general details about this restaurant, they're open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And for the all-you-can-eat buffet, or the A.C.E portion of this restaurant, for lunchtime is open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for $32.99 per person. And for dinner is from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. for $42.99 a person. I believe when we made reservations to this hotel, we actually made it for dinner time. I'm not exactly sure what the difference between dinner and lunchtime is. I think we actually got seated down to our table at like 2:50ish p.m. and then we actually got charged for the lunch price, which was great. And I think we pretty much got the same thing in both lunch and dinner. What do you think, Simon?
Yeah, I wasn't too sure what the change was between the two, but at least it felt like we got a good deal because we came in, our reservation was for 3, which was the exact point in which dinner time was actually taking over from lunch. But since we got there about 15 minutes early and we checked in, they actually brought us in and sat us down. So we were there 10 minutes prior to 3, and then, of course, when we got the bill, we were kind of surprised. Okay, we got the lunch. So I really didn't see what the difference was, but it seemed like lunch and dinner was pretty much the same, just the timing. So it feels like you probably get pretty much the same thing, especially for the A.C.E. But yeah, Oceano, after going in there, it has a really nice atmosphere. I actually really did enjoy coming in. It had all these kind of calming video screens, as you might have seen, where you kind of watch all these nature videos and kind of the surrounding. It really makes it nice and comfortable and relaxing. And
I think one thing nice, I don't know if it's nice, but one thing interesting is the moment you sit down, they bring you a big bowl of bread to stuff your face, so you may not be able to eat as much. I mean, I know for like if you're coming to A.C.E buffet, like portion of the A.C.E buffet or something, you don't want to stuff your face with carbs and everything, but I was really hungry and I just wanted to eat some bread, and Simon's like, why are you eating bread?
Well, like, I actually ate some myself, so I really can't complain or comment on it, but it was odd because, you know, you're going to restaurants and that's almost something that never happens with Asian restaurants. You come in and you get bread, kind of like going to a French restaurant, you know, bread and then the butter, and it was actually pretty good, so I'm not complaining with the bread. But one of the things that I thought was interesting was that they actually did that because, you know, it's just so uncommon. You know, you're kind of expecting something else, but they do give you also the hand towels, which is kind of more normal, where hot hand towels where you can kind of wipe your hands or wipe your face if you need to. So that was something similar.
And I think something I do want to point out is these sushi rolls or sushi pieces is actually pretty good. Like, there's not like a huge piece of like clump of rice and like a tiny piece of like fish on top. It's actually like a really good balance. Like, they put almost like minimal like rice, and I think that's like, it really makes you feel like you're getting your money's worth.
I completely agree. One of the things before we actually went there, I was kind of worried a bit because they do have an a la carte pricing. So for things that you don't finish, you actually got to pay the a la carte price if you're doing the A. So that's something to keep in mind. But there have been other restaurants that I've been to, sushi buffets especially, where they just completely load up on the rice. You're talking about maybe like a 3-to-1 ratio, where you have this just huge mound of rice. You know, I've seen both sides, where it's just a minimal amount of seafood or fish, or appropriate amount or a large size, but it's just so much rice that you're just, you know, they're definitely trying to fill you up. And I've been to places where they say that they find leftover rice, they count that as a part of it too, so they'll charge you a la carte pricing for just even the rice, even though if you've eaten some of it and you've had the fish, whatever it was on top. But in this case, it was just like normal. It was very normal, very nice. And actually, what made it really nice was because of how normal it was, you went in and we actually ended up ordering quite a few things, which I was really happy because you get to try a lot of different things.
Yeah, and I don't think the waiter or waitress was expecting us to eat that much food. Because usually people come here, they will get only like 1 or 2 sheets maximum, and you get to order as much as you want. But usually people would just fill up. And as we were sitting there, we watched a lot of people just ordering food, and I guess we probably outset a lot of people.
We sat there for quite a bit. It had to be at least, I would say 2 hours, but I wasn't timing ourselves since I was enjoying having all the food and all the different sushis. And one of the things I really do appreciate is they actually do have an option to get hand rolls. And what they do give you is that what you saw earlier in the video, there's a little menu and you kind of mark what you want, and then you hand it over to the server, and the server will go and send it to over the chefs that are sitting over at the table where they're prepping all the different sushis and rolls. And one of the things that I liked was they actually had the hand rolls, and I ordered a few of those. But also, in addition to just offering the hand rolls itself, they had one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites I've had. It's salmon skin hand roll, and that was something that I definitely ordered very many because I really did enjoy that.
And of course, the dessert was great too, like the gelato, the matcha gelato that I had. I enjoyed that a lot. I don't know about you, Simon, but I feel like for an A.Y.C.E, and you can eat as much ice cream as you want to, I think it's great.
Value here was definitely there. I think for us, we've been to other sushi places, and especially we were down in Vegas and we went to a restaurant there called Wakuda, and we have an episode of that one, so if you want to see that, we'll put that in the description as well. But that one, the sushi was good. I didn't think it was anything great, but we ended up spending $600, and this, compared to that, I would definitely come here, and especially with that $600, we could come here over and over and over for many times, and I would actually prefer that. But we actually almost forgot that they had dessert, so it was actually nice that she came over and said, "You guys don't want your dessert?" And then we're like, oh yeah, okay, there is dessert, we'll get that. But overall, great restaurant, definitely recommend it. And to wrap up the episode is our notables, and for this episode, the notable is the salmon skin hand rolls. The delicious crispiness of the salmon skin, especially cut up into little tiny pieces that made the bite really nice, along with all the elements of the hand roll, make it a really great bite and really delicious hand roll to have. Definitely get this if you are at Oceano at Peppermill.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.